So we have another wonderful, exciting, and exhilarating episode of upcoming mods for Fallout 4. There's really not much to say in the intros to these videos. I always recommend you guys do click on some of the links in the description down below. Those are going to take you to all the different content I do show you within this video. I'm sure some of you do. I'm sure plenty of you do not. Maybe on today's video, break out of your shell, click on one of those links, endorse one of the images. It really does actually help these mod authors a lot. And especially the YouTube videos, clicking on some of those YouTube videos is always pretty cool. And actually, towards the end of this video, actually the last thing I say in this video is going to be about a mod author that left the scene or has been absent from the scene for a very long time, and this is one of the most well-known mod authors. He actually created a ton of awesome content and hours of gameplay for us. He actually recently mentioned he is coming back. We don't know what he's working on or anything like that, but it's still pretty big news, and I'm going to make you wait till the end to watch it. But otherwise, if you guys are interested, you can leave a comment down below as to who you think it is. I'm sure some of you will just skip to the end and comment that anyway, but just kind of guess. Who do you think? Which mod author has been away for a while and maybe could make a return right now? And then even beyond that, if you guys do want to leave a like, it helps with the video's internal rating system. That's how YouTube decides which videos to promote. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just jump into it. Then we do have the Nightmare Hound. This is going to be by Shadow Liger, who is one of the few mod authors actually modifying and changing around some of the animals in Fallout 4. So a big shout out to him for that. It's one category that is otherwise left untouched, and he's one of the only people touching it. Fortunately for us, in largely appropriate ways. Well, what we're checking out today is another modification. This will probably be a dog meat replacer of sorts, or maybe it'll just be a new NPC, but I'm going to put my money on a dog meat replacer. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. It's going to transform the look of whatever dog it does take, whether it be a new NPC or dog meat. He has recently released his Project Cyberdog Rex replacer. That's only one of the parts of Project Cyberdog. You're going to be able to do more customization. But if you just want Rex in your game, Rex of course being the guy from Fallout New Vegas, you can get that right now. And this looks cool. It definitely has a dark and demonic theme for it. If you're going for an evil or raider character, it's going to be a great fit for that build. Not really lore friendly, but at the same time, pretty awesome in its own right. So we have another update to that laser rework I did show you guys a little while ago, and we actually have way more details and information about what this mod's going to be and what it's going to be adding in or changing. So basically, as you can see, there's going to be a ton of new textures for the laser in Fallout 4. More or less what the mod author does mention is he's actually going to be changing the way this works. So at earlier levels, you're going to be able to get one laser that's appropriate for early levels. At the medium levels, maybe you'll have the same laser we had before. But then in the later levels of the game, you're also going to have a more powerful laser. More or less, he's trying to make it so it has a consistent flow throughout the game. And those different lasers will have different functionality with them, which I'll get back to in a second. But obviously, as you could tell by these images, there will be visual differences between these lasers. Some of them are even kind of self-explanatory. You could guess, all right, this will probably be on the earlier side, this one might be on the later side. All of them look really cool. I really love the look of a lot of these. I feel like they're very vanilla and lore friendly, but at the same time distinctively different than what we have in Fallout 4 right now. And all around, I really love the concept of this mod. I feel like it's going to be something a lot of people really welcome into their game, and it's going to really overhaul the laser in Fallout 4, making it way more viable both in the early and late game. Well, as I mentioned earlier, that's actually not all that's going on. They're also going to be working on new ammo types. This is going to be by another mod author. I don't want to pronounce his name. He was the guy working on some of the Plasma R overhauls that I had shown you a few weeks ago. And more or less what I'm showing you here are a few different ammo types that will correspond to those lasers. It seems like maybe the ammo will be another factor that you can use to change these around. Or on the flip side, maybe some of those more premium lasers will just require a better ammo type, and the cheaper ones will use a more abundant ammo type. Either way, to explain what you're looking at, first and foremost, we do have the makeshift fusion cells, these being on the low end. Obviously, you could even see the pew pew on there. I think that's a nice touch. Then you do have something a little bit more premium that's going to be the supercharged fusion cells. These look like they're going to be on the high end of things, and they definitely have a nice look to them. Very industrial, very powerful looking. In the other post, they also do mention two other ones, zip capacitors and overcharge cells, but that's really it for now. This definitely looks really cool. It seems like it's going to be a pretty large mod, having a lot of details, but it looks like something that will be a nice download and make the game feel a little bit different, which I always love in modding. So this is pretty interesting. Next, we do have the Pollo Loco. It's going to be a work in progress by John Connor. This is a guy that's made a ton of stuff in the past. I've shown you a lot of his content, and he also did release that fan-made DLC with like the Metroid armor and things like that. Either way, this is going to be a new piece of equipment in Fallout 4 that will shoot different grenades into your enemies. This is actually meant to be a really large weapon. You can't super tell from this image, but in game it looks a little bit bigger, or at least he describes it as a large weapon. Either way, there's going to be a bunch of bombs you can fire out of this. It looks like something that's going to be pretty interesting. Definitely has a unique design and texture to it. I'm excited to see more, especially in-game screenshots or videos. I really like when the different equipment types in Fallout 4 actually have different ammo types. I feel like that always just adds in an interesting mechanic into it. But for now, it looks promising, but I do want to see more. Then we have another update to Halo in the Commonwealth. So this is going to be one of the BRs from Halo. If you played, well, any of the original Halo games, you know what this is because it was the competitive thing you did use. I have so many memories using this in both good ways and bad ways, but it looks really cool. Obviously right now we only have the model, but it definitely looks top notch even with just having this bit. I also really love some of the accessories you could see. There's going to be modifications to this, and I love that, taking advantage of Fallout 4's modification system. There's really not that much else to say outside of that. I'm just a huge Halo fan. I know some of you guys are also, so I've been wanting to keep you guys updated as to what's going on with this new mod. So this is pretty interesting. It's just labeled as work in progress, but it seems like it's going to be a new player home or accessory mod of some sort, like a furniture maybe. But it actually does have custom books and custom armor stands. And I really want to point your attention to those armor stands you can see in the background. As you can see, those are like different outfits that kind of player created, it seems like. I don't think those are just predefined outfits. Maybe they are, but either way, it looks cool. And I really like that idea. Having little action figure size guy that has maybe one of your favorite outfits in Fallout 4 would be awesome, and really something cool to put on a bookshelf like this. Outside of that, it is just a player home with a bunch of cool assets and accessories all over the walls and on shelves, and it looks good. Again, we don't know too many details about this. I don't know what this is going to be. I just kind of saw this as I was scrolling through, and I really love that armor stand idea. I hope that's something he does. I think that'd be awesome to have in the game, and I'd love to see more images of those in a closer up fashion. So we actually have something from 83 Willow. This is a super well-known mod author, mostly for Skyrim. Basically, they have made a ton of different characters in that game, and a lot of them look really good. As you could probably guess, the next character they are working on is Darth Maul from Star Wars. As you can see, their talent speaks for itself, I think, with these images. There's not much commentary I could give to it. It looks amazing. It's something that if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll be a fan of. Personally, I grew up with the earlier episodes. The prequels were kind of my cup and butter. I don't know what cup and butter is. I just made that up. But regardless, I think this looks really cool. It should hopefully be released later on as something you could download for Fallout 4 and apply to your own character, or start with a new save game. And I imagine those of you who are Star Wars fans will really enjoy doing this, especially because we've gotten a ton of great updates to some of the different lightsaber mods that have been released over the past few months. That's pretty much it for this video. So who's the mod author that is making a return? Some guy 2000. So this is the mod author known most for his New Vegas Bounty series. He actually mentions how he's coming back to New Vegas, not to Fallout 4. Either way, he is one of the most well-known mod authors in Fallout in general because of the quality of his work he has put out. New Vegas Bounties is something I've played through many times for many years. I played through Fallout New Vegas back before Fallout 4 came out, and that was like one of the essential mods. Either way, I'm excited to see what he's going to be working on next. Again, he didn't mention anything, as you did see. That's the only way we actually found out he is coming back. This is really exciting, so we'll see where this goes. I'll definitely keep you guys up to date with this. In the background, I'm actually showing a trailer. He has a YouTube channel that he's super active on, posting all kinds of content, so I'll have that link down below also if you do want to check it out. But yeah, as always, again, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave a like or a comment, but with that, I'll see you all next time. Later.